Okay, so we're no longer in between eclipses, right? At least for now. We're done until next year. I've been seeing a bunch of energy updates, you know, about the eclipse and what we should be doing. Just a lot, right? And it's always the same thing, right? Like healing, cleansing, letting go. It just I don't know about you guys, but if you're into the spirituality world, I mean, you know what I'm saying, right? Like it's kind of just the same tune. Like with every new moon, every full moon, every eclipse, we're talking like just in general energy updates from people and astrology. And sometimes I'm just like, I don't know. It's just like so woohoo kind of stuff sometimes. Like people get into these trends, and I feel like it's super trendy now. So it's hard. It's hard when you're really trying to like get down to the nitty gritty, and work on yourself and your life, and you look towards people for advice, and it's frustrating when it's like you're getting all of the same things. So I mean, I'm this past few months I've been kind of just like questioning spirituality, and even astrology, because there's tons of people who don't follow astrology, right? And they're living their lives and they're doing fine. They don't need to follow astrology. So it's like, why am I so consumed with it? It's like I try to like not pay attention to it, and I try to like just like take a break, and then I always find myself right back into it. And I think about all the things that I am like obsessed with, things that I enjoy, things that I find myself intrigued by. And astrology has always been like something that I always go back to because, I mean, you can predict things, of course, yes, based on transits and the history, and kind of the same energies come into play, like the Pluto and Uranus things, what's going on, in America, around the world, the 2020, what happened there. I mean, that was predicted, maybe not exactly to the T, but it was predicted like some kind of plague was going to happen. So it's definitely like legit. It's a tool, and it helps people in their personal life kind of just navigate through things. But I think my thing is just like sometimes you find yourself really anxious, right? You're watching all these astrologers, okay, and all these spiritual people telling you all these things are going to happen, and you find yourself like this, having all kinds of anxiety over it. Like I don't know, maybe not for you, but for me, yeah, like this eclipse that just happened, like it's this big major thing, and I'm pretty sure it is. And the energies, don't play out right away. Like this can be like the next 6 months. We're playing out these energies. But leading to that, it's like, oh my god, like what is gonna happen? I was super tired, like I was like dead tired. Like what? I went to bed at like 9, and I was like, I couldn't even stay up to like watch the eclipse because I was just so tired. And I've been tired these past few days, and people say that could be, a part of it. Your body just, I don't know, maybe letting go of things, like your body's just cleansing with this eclipse. I mean, it could be, or it could be just like maybe I ate really shitty, or I didn't sleep well too, right? So it's hard. You don't know. But my thing right now is like I've seen a lot of people talk about with downloads. Like everybody in the spiritual community gets downloads, right? I really want to know, like, what like is a download? Like what falls into like the category of a real spiritual download, right? Like from the universe or from God. Like how do you know? Because could it just be your subconscious mind or just your higher self, kind of just like, you know, dropping ideas, like you're just thinking about stuff and these ideas are just coming in because we have a brain. Our brain is thinking 24/7, every second, every minute of the day. We're always thinking about something. And even if when we think we're not thinking, our subconscious is always thinking something. Something is always going on over there. So like, I want to know, because I tend to get a lot of ideas when I'm in the shower, right? You know, I'm taking a shower or when I'm doing dishes. So it seems like when I'm around water, that's where a lot of my ideas come in. But then sometimes I wonder, like, is it my gut? Is it the universe? Like, what is it? Like, it's kind of hard to like pinpoint like what you should be doing, what you shouldn't be doing, because it kind of just jumbles together. And what I find fascinating is people who like go through trauma, right? There's this one guy, spiritual guy, astrology guy. He was saying that he's a heavy drug user, right? He was. And then he had like a near death kind of experience, kind of thing. And he got like a download that just came in, right? And then it led him on his path to astrology, because astrology is not easy. Like, there's so many layers, like layer after layer, and you're always learning something. Even the seasoned astrologers are always learning something. You know, you could add in like Sabian symbols, you can add in human design, right? Like progressed transits as well, or and past life transits. Like, there's just so much. But yeah, and this other astrologer, he had a, like, he guess he got a head concussion, right? And then after that, he just started getting all kinds of downloads, like, you know, and you know, they just, it makes it, I guess it makes it easier. It's made it easier for them to like learn astrology. And like, I've been studying astrology for a while now, but it doesn't come like super like second nature to me. Like, I have to really study. Like, I have to really, really focus and study. It's just like, it's just didn't just come. And I'm like, okay, I would really love to learn all there is to know about astrology, but at the same time, I don't want to like freaking have a near death experience. I don't want to do drugs. I don't want a concussion. I don't want to like have to get hurt to like receive some freaking downloads. So I guess it's just hard work for me, right? Just hard, just me studying. Like, you know, I mean, it'll be a lot slower than I would like it to be, but I mean, I don't want to get hurt or any of that to like speed up the process. So I guess it is what it is. But anyway, so back to like the downloads, yeah. Like, what kind of downloads? These are for the people who actually say they get downloads, right? They're making these videos. They're like, here's your energy update. This is a download I was getting. Like, what does that download look like? Does it look like something? Is it a spirit or something coming down and you can see it? Or can you feel it? Right? Like, what consists of a download? And how is it just not your mind just thinking these things? There, you know, I mean, because, you know, most people that are spiritual, right? Um, like, we absorb energy, you know, very easily. You know, people who are gosh, what's the word? Where you're like really sensitive, right? To people and energies. Gosh, I can't think of it right now. But I mean, how do you know you're just not absorbing other people's energies and thoughts and stuff, right? It could be from TV. Like, I mean, people say even like your neighbors, you can absorb these feelings and thoughts from neighbors, especially living in an apartment like I do. Like, trust me, like, yeah, I think that's true. Like, you hear your neighbors and things that are going on with them, and you kind of just absorb their energy too. Like, it's weird. But, anyways, yeah. So with the eclipse, do I think that we are in new territory? Yes, I think that we are. You know, like, some people are really struggling right now, but there are also people that aren't. So I don't know. That's why I don't really like to watch tarot like videos, right? Because you should just read. I mean, learn how to read tarot for yourself and your own energy because it's so general. Just like with like horoscopes, right? Like sun sign horoscopes, they're so general. A lot of, I mean, sometimes you may get lucky and it may resonate with you, but a lot of times it doesn't. So, I think learning how to read your chart is like the best thing you could do for yourself because everything else is so general. But yeah, life for me, it's kind of I had some like a major thing happened, right? Something I've been waiting for a long time. Like gosh, the past 5 years, it seems like I've been waiting for this to happen. It finally happened, and this happened during like when all the planets were retrograde. You know, so some people were like would go through like real like shit during the retrogrades, right? And I ended up getting like crazy, like something major happened in a positive way. And I was just so busy. Like for a whole month, I was like the month of September, which is my birthday month. I wasn't celebrating. I wasn't having a good time or anything. I was just so busy that month. Just it's weird, right? We're supposed to be retrograde, you know, retrograde, which means things go a little bit slower. You're revisiting, rethinking, blah blah blah. But you know, but Saturn brought us something good for me. But I guess if I followed my chart better, then I can kind of like manage like what's going on the outer world and what's actually going on within my world, and bridge that. Other than that, I don't know. How are you guys feeling? Like the elections are going on right now, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't vote. I didn't vote, so and I regret it now. I should have. I should have voted, and I didn't. I won't make that mistake again. I should have. I think because I'm kind of just like I don't know, don't have a lot of faith in it since 2020. But I don't know if it bothers me that I did it now, it must be important, so I probably should, and not just. But then again, I've been so distracted. There's been a lot going on. So elections are now. Um, the markets are ridiculous. What just happened with FTX? I think surprised everybody. If you're in the crypto world, it's crazy. Um, the I've been investing like heavily for the past few years, and wow, I've learned so much. But anyways, so yeah, inflation is a problem. Oil prices, obviously that's a problem, and energy, and it's so crazy. Like you wonder, like why are we charged so much for energy? You know, like if you really look at like we energy is free, so it's a monopoly. Okay, like you want, I won't even get into that. It's all about money, money and power. And you think about oil right now and possible war. You know, I mean that's on the table, and just and what's going on in Europe right now. Damn, I feel bad for them. I feel really bad for them. But anyways, so that's just like external things. I mean, it affects us, but not like you know, the elections is not gonna like make or break me. And as sad as it is with Russia and Ukraine right now, it's like I'm pretty, far from it. I mean, of course, you're being affected in some ways, but at least, we're not in the middle of it. Can you just imagine being in the middle of a war? That's crazy. And let's see what else is going on. Basically, just a bunch of shit. So, just a bunch of shit. Oh, and the abortion thing right now too. Oh gosh, that's a tough one too. I really think that's why we didn't have like a red wave is because the abortion issue popped up right before elections, right? And a lot of Republicans support like banning abortions, so I don't think that helped them out much either, but that abortion is a personal choice, so that's my opinion. It's it's your own karma, so whatever you want to do in this life. I mean, karma is a real thing. I'm not saying like, there's situations where, yeah, you know, abortion. I mean, sometimes you just, you know, you just you just have to. And I'm no one to judge anybody else. So I'm definitely not God. So I'll leave that, at that. But so those are all the external things, but we all have our own lives, personal lives right now. And I think like more people are suffering right now than not, unfortunately, around the world. And I guess, I mean, all we can do is just keep moving forward, right? Just keep moving forward. Things don't suck forever. But yeah. Other than that, yeah. If you guys have any thoughts on the downloads, because I want to know. I really do want to know what the frick is a download and how are you guys getting it? You know, I'm not really into like the fairy stuff, the wizards, and I don't know what is it, gremlins, or some of the stuff that people they talk about, like they're a wizard and they're this, they're fairy energy and blah blah blah. I'm not really into that. I am spiritual, but I'm not into like that stuff. You know, like the woohoo spiritual stuff. Not really. I'm more grounded, I guess you could say. More into like reality than not. But I don't know. But anyways, so this is my ranting for now. What's been on my mind. But I hope you guys are all doing well out there. You know, even though shit's kind of crazy. You know, even in just my own life, like it's like I'm at like a crossroads, and I think a lot of people are that I've talked to, that I know in my life. A lot of us are like we're at a crossroads. Thinking about our future and like what we're supposed to do next and what we're meant to do. But anyways, yeah, please, drop some comments. Let me know about these downloads. I want to know. And your thoughts, on all the energy updates and the clips and all the stuff people are saying, and just like, you know, I mean, our intention is to help, right? To help everybody. We're giving advice and our own thoughts and opinions. We're all trying to help each other. But yeah, that's it. So that's it for now. I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for stopping by.